So getting to $100,000 is one of the questions I've been asking myself recently. What do you actually need to do to get to $100,000 within a month? Now, as I was doing a lot of research, I landed on this guy called Alex Hormozi. It looks like, honestly, he has his things together and he has done this over and over again. So based on what he said you have to take one of these three parts. Part number one is you can choose to spend about $100 a day for 100 days. That is option number one. That alone will bring you sufficient traction to help you make the 100K a month. That is option number one. Option number two he presented is you need to do at least 100 outreaches a day, meaning you need to go into people's Instagram DMs, people's LinkedIn messages, people's Facebook messages, and all these platforms, but 100 communications a day. You making 100 communications doesn't, of course, mean that you're going to get everyone responding back. No, yes, you're going to send out 100, and of the 100, probably 5 will respond back, but the value you get from these 5 and continuously doing it every day for 100 days is what eventually translates into you being able to make 100K. That's option number 2. Option number 3 is doing 100 hours worth of content every day, meaning you're sitting down, you're creating content, you're doing all this and that to enable you get sufficient reach. That could translate into about 10, 20 videos a day, and in doing that, it's still going to attract you sufficient traction. And after me finding that out, of course, I tried to do further research on how exactly other people had been doing, and truth be told, people are swearing by it, that the moment you start, by the end of the second week, you begin to see a ton of these results and a ton of the revenue coming out. So yes, now I set out to also try this journey and just to see how it would work out. And in this video, I'm just going to share what are some of my lessons that I've learned and how I have personally done it. Now, for option number 1 of spending $100 a day, truth be told, I didn't have that budget. So it left me 2 options. Either I'm going to do content or I'm going to do the cold outreaches. When it came to these cold outreaches, day 1 came, I did my planning, I started, here's what I'm going to do, until day 2 when I actually started. I woke up that day at 5 a.m. Step number 1, I had to look for the people I'm going to DM. In that specific case, I was DMing people from the transportation, freight, and forwarding industry. Those are the industries I was interested in. I started from TikTok, searched for all the companies in the regions I'm interested in, went to Instagram, and truth be told, it is not as easy. I don't know how people would do this if they were to do it manually. I mean, to be honest, on the first day alone, I spent about 6 hours in this entire process. And given that I have a ton of other things to do, it was quite a complicated task for me. I couldn't get this out of the way. Now, what I did as an alternative, I said, you know what? I want 2 options. I want the ability to, number 1, be in position to do this cold outreach, but number 2, I also want to do the content. How do I get the chance to juggle both? That is where, for option number 2, which involves the cold outreach, I decided to deploy the Monkey Pesa software. What this software does, it kind of eases the outreach process for me. I literally get into the system and tell it. The first question it asks me is, who do you want to reach out to? That's why I put in, I want all these freight and forwarding companies, and it literally looks and goes ahead and gets you all their details of their names, their emails, their phone numbers, their Instagram, so that I'm not doing the manual outlook looking for one by one. So that's the first thing I did. And the second thing I did is I also add the messages that I would want sent as soon as these messages are retrieved. That way, it's not only helping me get the people, but it's also helping me engage these people, send out communication to them on email, on WhatsApp, on SMS, and all these channels. And from my first day of doing that, I noticed it's a very big job. So you doing 100 every day is going to take 3, 4, 5 hours of your day, which is an impossible task if you're to do it manually. So the best thing for you to do is to automate. Get the Monkey Pesa AI tool, pay for it 3 months for the entire 100 days, and leave it to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. It still delivers the same results. Now, the other thing I decided to double down on this content as well. So every day you're going to be hearing from me a lot more than you are hearing from me before. So I'm just doing the 2 of them combined to increase my likelihood of success. And if it's a journey you want to join as well, join my program. You can use the link right here. I will contact you with details. I'm literally doing it with a couple of people. 100 days of going extremely hard to see how we can drive to 100K. That's my tip for today, and bye bye for now.